Winning at real estate investing isn't about maxing out your leverage.
Moving forward with the Dekker team. Moving forward together with the Dekker team.
We are honored that for over 35 years, we've been able to come alongside you, not only selling, buying, and investing in real estate over 3,117 times, coming alongside you to build your fun, build your fitness, build your finances, build your faith, and even strengthen, heal, and flourish inside your relationships. Oh, fear. Fear. Yeah. I think the fear is when we say the word real estate investing, and I know it was true for us, the fear is that we're going to have to use all our leverage and we're going to over leverage and we're going to do what happened to so many people is they got over leveraged, especially in the American market in 2007, 2008. They lost everything because they were over leveraged. Right? Yeah. And then things changed in the market, in the real estate market, and they were upside down. So we are not advocates. In fact, we're advocates of under leveraging. We're not saying to you, pull out every dime you got, every dime the bank will give you, and you're good to go. That's not the strategy. We want to make sure that the strategy you choose aligns with your goals, your values, your sense of peace, your comfort level around investing.
Yeah, I think it's equity has its place and it has its purposes.
Meaning keeping equity in the house beyond even the 20% that
maybe
you
keep 40% and maybe you keep 30, maybe you keep 20. It's a personal decision based on your lifestyle, your investment goals, and we want to make sure that we align with what your goals are and give you options. And there are always options, you can choose no, you can choose later, you can choose yes, you can choose different amount, and equity in your house is like some of it's security, it just stays put. It's just there to make you feel. It just
feels good to know it's there.
Yeah, and it's designed to keep you safe, to protect you. Some equity needs to work harder. It needs to go out and find a job, the job of investing in the real estate. Now you still have the same equity. I call it a shell game, right? Let's say you have 40% equity in one house, and then suddenly you have 30% equity in this one and 10% equity in this one. You have the same amount of equity. It's just spread between two properties instead of in one.
So we just want to be careful that doesn't get overextended. Right? You want to be careful that you understand it and go back to segment or episode 730.
Is that what it was?
I think so. I think it was in 730 and even in 728, actually, 728 to 729, where we talked more about how do you keep the right amount in your house and why do you do it and what's your motivation and all of those things so that you are making wise decisions. You'll notice that all of January, maybe you've noticed, maybe you haven't noticed, has had an underpinning of getting in flow, getting in the groove, of getting in the zone with how you're investing in real estate and how you're making your decisions. Because when you do that, it all actually flows together better. Like it all works together better.
Yeah, for sure. Investor behavioral studies show that investors who work with professional guidance report higher confidence, fewer regret-based decisions than those that invest on their own or don't invest at all.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, you wouldn't invest at all if you didn't have confidence in the process. And if you don't have a professional on your side that has expertise and skin in the game and lived experience and as well as book knowledge, we're not throwing out book knowledge. We're just saying book knowledge alone is not sufficient. Without that, you won't do as well. I can say that emphatically.
Yes, you can.
Without good, great, phenomenal guidance, you will not do as well unless you become an expert that does it all day, every day yourself.
Yeah, and some of our clients choose a different path.
Right.
Like they may have leverage fairly tight to get their first investment property, and then when there's room to buy a second one, they maybe go, no, we're going to pause. We're okay with this level of debt, this level of good debt, right?
Right.
This
Yeah, because let's keep good debt and bad debt separate.
Yeah, for sure. And sometimes they go, well, I kind of like that I'm getting more equity back and it's building up and I'm okay. I don't want to re-leverage and go, that accelerated route of buying another or two other properties.
Yeah.
I'm good with two for now. So that's okay, right?
What do you mean it's okay? It's great.
Yeah, it's the conservative rental approach is absolutely fine. We have other clients that are going, they have high goals, they want it fast, and they are taking it to their max, which is their comfort zone. It's their prerogative, it's their comfort zone. But know that we would never encourage people to go to their absolute max amount of leverage unless that reaches their goals and that's what they want to do.
And they're informed and they understand it and they know what they're doing. They're not doing it with blinders on. They're doing it with their eyes wide open, like really open. Can I do that?
Yeah. And,
really open without a weird face. Anyway.
Yetta and I probably invest a little more heavily. Now we're getting a little older. We're slowing that down. We're at the point now we're going, no, we're not going to re-leverage that building. We're going to keep that equity in there, or maybe we're going to sell that and put that money into passive income or whatever. It changes with your lifestyle, your age, your goals, and that's where a clarity call comes in, right? Like, give us a call or mark it down. Like, get an appointment on dekkerteam.com, and we'll discuss with you. And maybe the next step is to do nothing. Maybe the next step is to have an in-house appointment, like in a consultation for an hour. Maybe it's a Zoom call. There'll be some next step. And like I said, that next step may be do nothing. It might be contact your lender, get qualified to do something. It all depends on your goals. And we're just here to listen and talk and help, right?
That helps you get that next step clarity, because it's not just aimless wandering.
That would be horrible.
Well, it would, because now again, we're back to the thought of we don't make a decision and that is a decision and that actually works against you rather than for you. So if you want to figure out your next, it really is. Start with a simple clarity call.
Say that again. Simple clarity call.
Simple next step clarity call. Can't say it quite the same way every time.
You can't say it?
No.
That's good. You're doing good, though. I've had fun today. Have you had fun?
I've had fun. Have you had fun? Are you learning something? And if you're saying yes, and I'd like more, then go back and watch all the other episodes. I think this is 730. So keep watching, keep learning. And really, what do we know?
We know that together we can grow and we can thrive. And alone, it's a tight, what's the word I'm looking for? The journey's rougher when you do it alone. And that's why we always end our show with thanks for joining us on Life's Inside Track, because when we move forward together, we've got this.
Moving forward with the Dekker team. Moving forward together with the Dekker team.